You cannot eat your cake and have it. Fellow Ambazonians, today na Saturday, number 12 day for this month of October 2024. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, the chairman of PRAP, the People's Right Advocacy Platform. And I'm come today for give una update about our recent exchange for the public court with Chris Anu, where them bring allegations, spill out certain secret things and where they happen at the corridors of Ambazonian diplomacy as PRAP it push the alternative path for Ambazonia for a devolution of Cameroon where it will grant our people a greater autonomy, self-governance, will be detailed in the Peace Plant Paper, a proposition to the Cameroon government for a path to end this war and return our refugee back home, our IDPs, political prisoners of war, and members of the diaspora after 8 years of us fighting a liberation war that we believe in PRAP do not have any envisaged successful military campaign any longer. Fellow Ambazonians, I go come for read for now a statement where Chris Anu he done write them out in response to the Vice Chair Dr. Gabila's outing, we react for Chris Anu message we done put them for outside. But first I go read for now the two documents the way it circulate will be at the forefront of this public discussion. One a document issued by Fontem Niba and Mark Cheps, the two people then where they represent a group where they call them say the consultative platform. This group they usually organize Zoom meeting them for try for bring Ambazonian leader them together. For more than 3 months, this group that engage with us, Fontem Niba be sign a cooperation agreement will be a memorandum of understanding with the other Ambazonian organization the way they don't sign for participate for the Canadian conference will be meant for bring all Ambazonian groups together for come out with a common position where it will be presented as an offer for Cameroon for end this war and for grant our people a devolution for us to obtain a devolved government for Ambazonia for be able to rule ourselves while guaranteeing us a pathway for independence in the future. I go first read the document where Fontem Niba and Mark Cheps release them for outside and it be in circulation. And this document was submitted to ICO. ICO na the international partner, one of the international partner where PRAP it dan succeed for secure their support for help we for move our agenda for in vis-a-vis the aspiration of our people. I go read the document from Niba Fontem and Mark Cheps to the ICO, and I go read the ICO their response. Then I go come for the message where Chris Anu dan put them out today. I go bring clarity, and then I go give una a very good sneak peek into one very big Ambazonian, a patriot, a fundamental Ambazonian. When I say fundamental, that means a foundation stone of Southern Cameroon struggle. I go give una one message we come up for ye. Make una also una take note. We will continue for the do this engagement with our public. Sometimes these things they give us a unique opportunity for explain things and for bring our people them along which way would you do them. So make we go straight for the letter released by Fontem Niba and Mark Cheps. The letter be addressed to the Secretary General of the International Community Organization. He apply it right, dear Mr. Holmes. Further to our discussion on the 23rd of September 2024, the Consultative Commission has, after consulting with leaders of Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia political organizations, decided to withdraw its signature from the endorsement of the conference plan in Canada by the ICO. The reason to withdraw from this conference hinge on fundamental issues which ranks from the ICO's approach to achieving peace in the Cameroon conflict to their imprecise role as a facilitator and inadequate communication. Southern Cameroon's political organization working under the aegis of the Consultative Commission are of the view that the premise upon which the conference is based does not in any way correspond to the aspiration of the people of the Southern Cameroon. We will therefore not be bound by any decision or agreement the ICO will initiate in the name of our people. So for my country people, they may understand them. For Temniba and Mark Chepps, the rightful, the Secretary General, the big man for ICO, that organization where the one help prep for organizing meeting for Canada. The right for them talks the one withdraw their signature from the agreement for go for the conference because they not believe the conference it go for the way they want them. And for that later, they write and say it be joined attached to the Center for the International Community, the Center for International Partners, the Center for Chris Anu EIG, the Center for Ebenezer Kwanga APLM, the Center for Evis Kumeta SCNC, the Center for Florentine for the Republic of Ambazonia, they also Center for Marianta EIG, they also Center for Taylor for AC, and one for point and for una say the people where they attach and for they it shows that the people then way the consultative platform that they represent them or they engage with them. If una look for down the name Taylor where them put them for they for act na so member for APLM na Ebenezer Secretary General na boy way and know it very well for China. So now the same organization where it get na two people them for head Kumeta and all those people then are so people for act. So basically, they withdraw the signature for where they don't sign them for where Fontem Nibabi sign them. The only problem I say this consultative commission it never sign any document for come for Canada. Na Fontem Nibabi sign them. And an organization where they call a consultative commission, you know if you withdraw from something where you never first sign on to the issue in the first place. I want for those bring that one for our attention. So I will read the document where the ICO is sending back for reply for them. It reads, Dear Dr. Niba and Ngo na Mark Chepps, thank you for your letter. Although dated the 4th of October, it was only delivered to us in the afternoon on the 6th, which is due weekend, meaning yesterday was the first business day we could respond. We are sorry to read your letter and also somewhat confused by your statement regarding poor communication. Every message from you has received a response, and as a request, we have met on several occasions, including 3rd of June, July, with other groups, in August, and most recently in September 10th. After our last meeting, you requested additional discussion, and on September the 23rd, a WhatsApp group was created to discuss your concern. Could you please clarify where you feel that communication have been lacking? In response to your letter, we would like to address several underlying concerns you raised. 1. ICO rule and mandate. ICO was brought into the peace process by PRAP to support capacity building and assist developing their position as an independent, unaffiliated NGO. ICO rule is to support, not to direct. At PRAP request, PRAP na the organization where the People's Right Advocative Platform for person where they understand the meaning of PRAP. PRAP's request that we engage other groups on the basis of their concern and willingness to participate, allowing for a free exchange of ideas that might contribute to the peaceful resolution of the crisis. Number 2, neutral facilitation. ICO has been clear with PRAP that our facilitation of dialogue with other parties must remain impartial. This neutrality allows all participants to freely express their perspective with any movement towards a common vision occurring only if all parties find it beneficial. Scope number 3. Scope of representation. ICO engagement does not aim to represent all British Southern Cameroonians, but rather to support those who have chosen to engage in dialogue and are committed to explore its outcome. Other perspectives from former British Southern Cameroons also deserve to be heard and should have a place at the negotiation table. Transparency and confidentiality. ICO behind the scene approach dialogue aim to protect the confidentiality of participants, ensuring safe environment for open discussion. Admittedly, this has had limited success. This structure was not intended to limit transparency, but rather to provide space for participants to brainstorm openly. Number 5, engagement process and Canadian conference. The sequence of engagement has been organized to allow individuals with different opinions to express their views without under pressure, ensuring that all voices are heard and no view dominates. Through this initial phase of gathering perspectives, we hope to identify areas of potential common grounds. The Canadian Conference presents a unique opportunity for collective discussion, decision-making, and for participants to contribute their perspective on the future of this dialogue process. We hope you will reconsider your decision not to provide feedback on the documents and your decision not to attend forthcoming meetings in Canada. We also hope that you will consider our repeated requests to meet and exchange with groups part of your network, a network of independent groups. We remain committed to engaging widely and transparently with willing partners. The Canadian Conference will serve as an ideal platform to convey your vision for leadership and engage directly with those empowered to make decisions. The other participants, as you know, ICO have actively enabled, facilitated, and funded this process and will continue to do so for as long as any group requests our support. However, it is important to note that decisions, including matters of leadership, are not ours to make. It rests with the participants themselves. Dr. Niba, as an individual signatory to the cooperation agreement, a simple set of mutual agreed principles for open dialogue might contribute to the peaceful resolution of the crisis. It is your prerogative to withdraw your signature. We will, of course, respect this decision. Best regards. So, fellow Ambazonians, now the ICO that Iran reply for Chaps and Fontem Niba of the commission, the consultative commission, they don't tell and say they don't respect the decision, even though Fontem Niba be signed as an individual. He also remind them, say, the consultative commission, they seek for represent groups the way they be independent. For that later, then tell and say ICO don't contact the Chaps and Fontem, request them, say me them bring those individual groups and me they engage with them, they never do them. They also talk, say, the Chaps and Fontem Niba, they never make any contribution concerning the document for the peace plan paper. That means they never bring their own suggestion, they never even bring their own objection for that paper, since they don't give them that paper, but they talk only about leadership issue. ICO, it don't make and clear for them, say, they will be mandated by PRAP for meet up every group them, and they don't make and clear for PRAP, where they don't make and clear for the other group them, say their meeting with those group them may be impartial. That means that they listen for any group individually without any pressure or interference for PRAP. The format now say, since we Ambazonian groups them, it be difficult for we to interact with each other without the pressure of our internal dynamic. The ICO presents a very unique opportunity where they fit talk for everybody separately, and then they get our common point them and point the whole differ for help we for bring consensus. That was the format we'll make them. so that when we come for Canada, we fit get a common position where the world will look upon this position, talk say, these are position agreed by these various Ambazonian groups for a way forward in the conflict. So my country people, now they reply that way, the international community organization, it don't reply for the consultative commission. It followed by Chris Ano going out there for make a lot of statement them, including making accusation to the head of the Catholic Church, Dr. Archbishop Andrew Kia, would then respond for it publicly, and Dr. G, he then put out the audio message for respond to it. I go read the letters reply way Chris Ano he then put them in writing, and I will react to that one statement by statement for help provide clarity, because these issues unfortunately are in the public court and will have the right to reply and to clear the air for our people's benefit as well. So Chris Ano he replied publicly with a message we write, and the title for the message where Chris Ano put them now, Reasons I Can't Partake in Dr. Gabila's Canadian Fellowship by Chris Ano. On Friday, Dr. Gabila, in what sounded like firestorm of indignation, issued an indictment against me. His grievances, my decision along with other patriotic Ambazonians to abstain from the clandestine Peace Plant Conference in Canada. Dr. Gabila speak not as an observer, but as an insider, an architect of the Canadian something. His organization, PRAP, People's Rights Advocacy Platform, is at the forefront of this meeting. You would think, given his loud accusations, that he had the decency to consult with me beforehand, or at least share his vision for this meeting. But no, not once did he reach out. Not a phone call, not a message, nothing. Yet, he is breathing fire and brimstone, indicting me for refusing to partake in what amounts to another Tom, Dick, and Harry gathering under the banner of peace. So, fellow Ambazonians, I will interject. Now, Chris Ano, this is the complaint. Say Dr. Gabila, he reply for a message where Chris Ano put him, without giving him the decency of a phone call, a message for share the vision of the Peace Plant Paper. Yet, Chris Ano went out there to talk about the same document without giving us the decency of a phone call, a message to explain ourselves. So how can somebody be complaining that we are reacting to his message? This was a reaction that Dr. Gabila gave. And he's complaining that we did so without consulting him, without even talking to him, but making these allegations. So why does Chris Ano not think that the same expectation lies on him? That before he could make those statements he made, he could have given us the decency as well of a phone call, a message to explain ourselves. But no, he did not. This is dishonesty. This is hypocrisy. This is double standard. Chris Ano must expect from others what he also provides for others. Let me continue to read what he writes. He said, let me be clear. It is not for if not for the consultative commission, I would never have known about the conference. But it isn't the main issue here. The main contention is with the conference itself. And more importantly, its deeply flawed foundation. So Chris Ano the claim say, if not of the consultative commission, Fontem Niba, enough will be aware of the conference. I want for mine Ambazonia then say Chris Ano be provided with the peace plan paper where it be the basis on this conference. The PRAP be invite all Ambazonian activists groups where they engage in this our struggle, present them this paper and the chance for them for help we will build this paper. From Professor Carson Anyangwe to Seseko group and every Mark Barata that even publicly comment about this conference, say go attend the conference. Before this conference, the one be prepared, would have announced over 2 months ago a general Zoom conference where we want to present our international partner for the Ambazonian, various stakeholders, them meet and listen. All these things were done publicly. Chris Ano, if he is a leader, His organization should have the competency to know what is out there in the public and inform him. The fact that he claims that he does not know about this conference when every Ambazonian is aware because of our publication and referring to this issue publicly in our podcast shows that he is just simply dishonest. Previously, we done play the reaction of our interlocutor, the middleman, Mr. Richard, where he act as a middleman between PRAP and Chris Ano. He then provide Chris Ano with the details of the peace plant paper, get engagement with you for over 3 months. Now Chris Ano then choose for be dishonest about this conference. Chris Ano continue for write. The foundation is flawed, very, very flawed, he said. He write, Dr. G along Capo Daniel threw together this thing called PRAP, the People's Right Advocative Platform. At the heart of PRAP philosophy is a defeatist doctrine, the notion that an independent is not feasible. Yes, you heard it right. These two have long abandoned the idea of independent Ambazonia. Instead, they are becoming a loud advocate for what they call devolution, which is nothing than autonomy within United Cameroon. This is their grand vision. So, according to Chris Ano, he talks say PRAP, a doctrine, a philosophy, na say independent is not feasible. He claim say PRAP, he don't abandon the idea of Ambazonian independence. We all know say this is not true. Yes, PRAP position, na say independent is not feasible at the moment, and we risk total loss scenario. International statistics, international personalities, and the various dignitaries around the world, they don't confirm these same statistics. Our people, they don't express this same expectation of abandoning and not having any hope in immediate independence. The trajectory of Ambazonian liberation by force is doomed to fail due to our internal dynamic, and we are moving closer to a total loss scenario. Those are the conclusion of PRAP. PRAP has not and will never abandon the idea of independence of Ambazonia. We simply have said that we are abandoning the approach of liberation by force and choosing peace by peaceful means because we think it is more attainable. We believe in Ambazonian independence. The devolution we are calling is a path towards independence, the same like function of Northern Ireland, where they be make peace with England because they know if you win liberation by force against Great Britain, they agree for a devolution, for get a devolved government from England so that it will give them a future of independence rather than losing a war and losing the ability to become independent. So PRAP idea of devolution is not abandoning independence. It is actually preserving independence with risk to loss forever and creating a democratic path towards independence. So would that make it clear? The idea so would that abandon independence? No, it is not correct. PRAP have simply said that the way to get that independence is through devolution rather than liberation by force. And everybody will then come out for talk, while private conversation with Mark Barata, every single person, he then also confirmed the same thing, say, we cannot win the war as it is. We are moving towards a total loss scenario. And this is as a result of our internal dynamic, and it has less to do with Cameroon's success, but it is us not being able to capitalize on our advantage to win La Republique. We have made that clear. So when Chris Ano talks, we know they for independence, it is just incorrect. PRAP stands for independence, but we believe say the way to get that independence na through devolution, na step by step from autonomy we go get the independence, and if we also believe say if we not take this step, we will get to a total loss scenario when I will try for avert them. Then Chris Ano go further to say, worse still, they have been in collaboration with from day one Yaoundé. Yes, that's right. The very regime we are fought tooth and nail against. This man, Gabila and Capo, have been working hand and gloves with the clergy to channel to Yaoundé. The clergy visited Capo in Canada at least twice and then had the audacity to come to the US, attempting to deceive us by claiming they are organizing a Vatican conference for all Ambazonian leaders. A Vatican conference. Seriously? So, Chris Ano need to understand, say the Catholic Church is the biggest and most influential organization in the world. Even in the Ukrainian war, Ukraine have visited the Pope to present his peace plan with Russia. So Chris Anu's claim that we are working with La Republique, it is strange. Chris Anu, the same person who on TV stated that he brought a deal from La Republique about the CDC to Sako Ekome, where huge sum of money changed hands. An Ambazonian soldier we know subsequently died in their campaign for county by county, which was aimed at kicking out so-called Bamenda people from Southwest, which was a way to neutralize our fight against La Republique in the CDC. So who is working with La Republique? Ambazonian, the need to understand for any viable solution for it will come with La Republique. We are fighting against La Republique. We are negotiating with La Republique. So, of course, La Republique have known the peace plant paper, the idea about it. We have been clear to our people. We have told our people about our trip to the United Kingdom and the subsequent interlocutor that traveled from the UK government to La Republique to Cameroon to discuss with the presidency himself in Cameroon. And we also told our people that reflected in the news coverage of PRAP's vision in Cameroon's media, where we had the frontline page in all Cameroon media that says that Capo Daniel is calling for a devolution, an alternative solution. We have been very clear with our people. We have also told our people that because of our engagement with La Republique through third party, we have been able to stop La Republique carrying out collective punishment to our people where they go and burn villages. It has stopped for the 1 year, 8 months that we started calling for this devolution. La Republique have also arrested Moja as a result of this, our peace plan paper. They have gone after the man who's this guy in Nkambe, Galajirat. The dogs of war have been tamed because of our ability to reach out to Yaoundé in order to push for this devolution. If we are not able to convince Yaoundé, then who are we trying to convince? Even Moses himself was saying to Pharaoh, the Satan himself on earth. So who are we supposed to collaborate with? We must find a way to collaborate with La Republique to end the war. Negotiation itself is collaboration. Both sides realize that they have to come together to make something happen. So the fact that we are talking with La Republique directly does not mean that we are working with them. We are working for Ambazonia. We believe devolution is the right thing to do. And the fact that we are affecting Cameroon conduct, it does not mean that we are undermining Ambazonia. The peace plan paper can be read and has been read by Chris Anu, and they can see that it is for our interest. It is the best way and the only attainable way for us to attain independence. Nobody can justify or present any longer any roadmap that is attainable for liberation by force. It is not possible because that has failed due to our internal dynamic. We have demonstrated strength in Ground Zero this 1st of October, and we should preserve that strength. If we allow ourselves not to learn from the UPC in Cameroon, where they lose the war before trying to negotiate, before I go and clear, Wamanda, Ikodam Bole, and that will not happen. We will not let that happen. Chris Anu continued to write, we in a consensus told them that time for this endless one-sided gathering like the one held in Canada, Switzerland, have come and gone. The moment for talking amongst ourselves is over. We made it clear. Go back and inform La Republique that we are ready as a team of Ambazonian leaders to meet them, irrespective of what they plan to table. The clergy returned to Yaoundé, and guess what? They never got back to us, not a single word. So why, after all this, why? Something suddenly spring up in Canada, initiated by Gabila and Capo, two men who have long thrown their towel. I will tell you why. So it'd be very strange way Chris Anu is claiming without any evidence. If he claims that the clergy came to them and they went back to Yaoundé and nothing came out, it simply means that nothing could be done. So why would he be blaming Capo Daniel and Dr. Gabila? We represent an Ambazonian organization. We are citizens. We have the right to organize ourselves and represent our own vision for the best interests of our people. That is our internationally guaranteed right as people to organize and to represent ourselves to the best degree, to the degree to which we have influence over our population. So Chris Anu assumptions are just lame. They have no bearings or any substantiations. They are just fiction of his imagination. If Chris Ano thinks that he has a better plan, he could have attracted a process by his own right. We are not looking forward for leaders of stakeholders. We are looking for leaders who can lead our people. So now Chris Ano says they signed a memorandum with a facilitator, the ICO. But here is the ticker. They wouldn't let us see or know terms of the memorandum of understanding. They just expect us to whine it and sit down like a bunch of naive bystanders who does that. So Chris Ano, if you don't know, this is how the world works. Before you do anything with an organization or a bank or people, you sign something, you come to an agreement. That is just how it works. We have explained to Mark Cheps, Gabila Fontemniba, and Dr. Akwanga time and time again that this is how things work. There is no secret between our memorandum of understanding. You just sign that this organization, ICO, is going to be talking on our behalf. And we agree that they should talk on our behalf. Because you cannot have an NGO going around claiming to be representing some separatist group without any piece of paper. So there is nothing sacred about it. The content of our memorandum of understanding is seen in the conduct of the ICO and their mandates to discuss with other groups. And we have never refused and never been demanded to show the content of this document. AIG of C also had secured NOREP, where they go and represent them elsewhere. Nobody have ever asked them to show their memorandum of understanding. This is just strange. We also have a memorandum of understanding with every group that is coming to Canada. Have anybody asked that they want to see the memorandum of understanding? It's just a simple thing. You agree with people, you sign a document and say that, okay, we are getting into a panel. It's just like when you hire a lawyer, you sign a document. Nobody in their normal sense will say that I want to see the document that you have signed with a lawyer that represents you. That is just strange, unprofessional, and Chris Ano should know better. So Chris Ano continues to write, and let me not forget, Dr. Gabila should not assume that I am ignorant of what ICO real agenda is. Why Ambazonians with one voice condemns the so-called Grand National Dialogue. The ICO was busy back in January holding seminars in Bamenda, Boya. The goal of the seminars to help the mayors, councillors, and how to maximize decentralization. Yes, the same dialogue we all rejected, and now a year later, they want to mediate between La République du Cameroon. Only fool would buy into such deceptions. This is just stupid and crazy. Does Chris Ano know how long the HD that he and Sako was working within Cameroon system? These people, they have to understand something. NGOs, they always work with everybody, with every government. The ICO is working in Cyprus as we speak. The ICO is working in Kosovo as we speak. The ICO is working in Israel as we speak. They have used the opportunity to work in those countries to be able to broker peace. The same as NOREP, the same as many NGOs in the world. That is just how NGOs work. The more closer they are to the regime in power, the more better they can have leverage to negotiate and convince them to do the right thing. So because of lack of time, it's over 30-minute podcast. We are going to leave it and then we'll continue with a special edition subsequently. God bless you all. We'll continue to remain engaged and open to all Ambazonia. We have been the most transparent process. We have had a huge success diplomatically. We are going to release some of the pictures to educate our people and to update them. The PRAP will still insist on the truth. The ICO is not leading anything. The ICO is an independent organization. They are simply a partner that we have brought in to help us attain our goal and give us the capacity to do that. We in PRAP, we have set our vision, which is open to everybody. We have sent an open invitation and a mandate, a commission to ICO on an impartial basis to meet other Ambazonian groups so that we can all equally, as equal partners, work out a common position for our struggle. The PRAP do not claim to represent all Ambazonian faction. The PRAP is only one out of all Ambazonian faction. No single organization have been elected duly by our people to exercise sovereign governing power and no single Ambazonian organization can represent the entirety of the former British Southern Cameroon. But every organization in their own right have the right to political organization and political participation to organize their vision to the degree to which they are influential. And now we submit to our people that PRAP is the most influential Ambazonian and the fastest growing Ambazonian movement, and we have attained the peak of our diplomatic height thanks to organizations like ICO. We have been able to present the aspiration of our people directly to state party and secure support for our vision to end this war for a just solution for our people. Autonomy, devolution is the best path for Ambazonia to secure a pathway for a future independence. This is known by everybody. The statistics are there, and we'll continue to engage tirelessly for our people because they deserve such service. God bless you all.